the #1 Amazon new release, and #3 Amazon bestseller, the fiction book of the year, The Adventures of Matt Rufs, Book 1, Mexican Jewel. Chapter 3. For the audio of Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, listen to the corresponding YouTube videos or go to Amazon for the full book, in different formats. Chapter 3. Matt did not know how much time had passed, or why he was lying on the ground, only that his right elbow was radiating with intense stabbing pain, and his right cheek was pressed against a stone-like surface. Matt opened his eyes and immediately squinted at the bright whitish light. The room exhibited the flair of a large reception hall, or was it a palace, with grand columns and tall mirrors streaming up the walls and disappearing into the height of a sky-high cathedral ceiling. Matt tried to turn his head to look up, and groaned with pain.
Tokes Kaabed and Tosik,
A low male voice pronounced.
Tila Sala Piscramble,
Replied a muted female voice.
Tosik Lapika Hashan.
Matt tried to listen closely so that he could distinguish the words, but he did not understand anything, except for peak, which meant dog in the language of the Maya people, natives of Mexico. Did he even hear that right? Matt was not sure. He tried to think of what could have led him to this moment, but his body hurt too much for him to move, or be able to concentrate. He gave up for a moment, and closed his eyes. In a few minutes, Matt heard fast, bouncy steps. Two people approached him, lifted his body, by placing their firm hands under his shoulders and his knees, and transferred him onto a long brown leather cot. After securing Matt to the cot, with a brown leather belt at the level of his waist, they lifted the cot, and started to carry it, being careful not to swing it too much from side to side. They seemed to be experts at this, as their movements were quick and precise. They had definitely done this before, and not just once. Matt tried to open his eyes, but felt nauseous, so he quickly closed them again. Soon, the steps and the motion stopped, and Matt felt as though he was once again being transferred by the shoulders and knees, this time onto something higher and flatter, like a bench or a table. Matt thought for a second that the human body and gravity were amazing phenomena, and that a body could be very heavy and unliftable if held in a certain way, yet it could easily be lifted and transferred if it was held in another way. In fact, it is possible to lift a sitting or lying person with just fingers, if at least two people place 2 fingers under each of the person's knees and back. It is one of those tricks that magicians use to please a crowd, or one that little girls do at a sleepover. They call it light as a feather, stiff as a board, Matt thought, remembering Emily's friends coming over for makeup parties, tarot readings, and trying all sorts of magic tricks that they could think of. He missed Emily so much. It would be so great to phone her, and hear her voice, asking him about his travels, and what souvenirs he would be bringing from the far and mysterious lands. Matt loved to get on a plane, and head to other countries all by himself, to explore, immerse in cultures, and meet people. But all the same, he missed home and his family every time. Matt wished he could be home right now. The full book of The Adventures of Matt Rufs, Mexican Jewel, is available now on Amazon. The #1 Amazon new release, and #3 Amazon bestseller.